Hello everyone. Today in this session we'll complete the remaining sums in our exercise regarding this introduction to partnership, that is in the first chapter. Okay. In the last session we have seen sums up to the last question number 7, short sums up to the last question number 7. Now today we'll start with the question number 8. So see, I'm reading the question number 8. Lata, Geeta and Pravina are partners of a partnership firm. After distribution of the profit of the year, it was realized that charging of interest on partners' drawings account, respectively, rupees 2700, rupees 1200 and rupees 1500 was missed out. Write an entry for rectification of error. So see again, yesterday, that is in the last session we have seen, the last question was regarding recording or missing out the recording of interest on capital. Now over here, missing out the recording of interest on drawings. So that is only the thing we have available. So what we have done last time, that interest on capital, that we'll discuss first, and exactly opposite of that for interest on drawings. Interest on capital we have discussed that it is added to capital, first effect, so it is shown as positive value, and at the same time the loss of interest on capital is distributed among the partners and deducted from their capital, shown as the negative value, and then we have taken the difference. That difference, if it is positive, will be credited to the partners capital account, and if it is negative, will be debited. So similarly, we will discuss about interest on drawings. We have already seen that interest on drawings is an income for the firm, and at the same time it is recorded in partners capital accounts debit side. It means it is deducted from capital. Drawings and interest on drawings both are deducted from capital. So individual interest on drawings we have to deduct from our capital. At the same time, total interest on drawings is known as income. Income means a profit. So it is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio and is added to the capital. Profit is always added to capital. So accordingly, we will try to find out the amount to be credited or debited to the partner's capital account. Okay. So for that purpose, I am going to prepare again columns. First of all, particulars, first column, then the names of the partners, that is Lata, Geeta, Pravina, and last column you can prepare about the total amount. Okay. Now according to the concept only, we'll record over here one by one. So first thing, interest on drawing, individually it is deducted from the capital of the partner. So I'm going to show it as a deduction, that is negative value. So I'm writing over here, see, interest on drawings, which is recorded as negative value because it is deducted from capital. Now interest on drawings, already it is given. Value is also available, like first partner interest on drawings 2700, second partner interest on drawings 1200, and third partner interest on drawings 1500. So the total amount of this we can write over here in the last column. The 2700 plus 1200 is 3900 plus 1500 is 5400. It is deducted from capital. Okay. At the same time, this total interest on drawings is an income for the firm. So it is added to the capital as profit. So I am going to write over here profit of interest on drawings. That is total 5400 profit distributed among the partner in their profit sharing ratio. Now their profit sharing ratio is not given over here. In the sum it is not available. So as per the Indian Partnership Act, it is to be taken as equal ratio, that is 1:1:1. So distribute 5400 in equal proportion. So 5400 divided by total share, it is 3. It will be 1800 each partner, and it is added to capital, so I have kept as positive value. Now the difference we'll find out. That difference will be recorded to the capital account as debited to capital account or credited. So first partner, you can see 2700 minus and 1800 plus. So it will be negative difference you are going to get, which is 900. Second partner 1200 negative and 1800 positive. So 1800 minus 1200, it will be 600 positive. And third partner also 1800 minus 1500 will be 300 positive. And over here 0 difference we have. So profit was distributed. So the partner who is getting negative balance is debited. Partner who is getting positive balance are credited. Okay. So according to this, what we can write? Rectification entry. Rectification entry. That is Lata's capital account debit to Geeta's capital account and to Praveena's capital account. Lata's capital account debited by 900. We got a difference over here. Geeta's capital account credited by 600 and Praveena's capital account credited by 300. So you can see the debit and credit amount is equal. So that is how we can find out rectification entry for the purpose of error committed. Yesterday we have seen the similar type of sum. We have seen this same type of sum, but it was about interest on capital. Interest on capital, first it is added to capital, that I have recorded first over here as positive value, and at the same time it is an expense for the business. Expense means it is considered as a loss, and losses are deducted from capital. So that loss of interest on capital I have deducted from capital. It is distributed among the partner in their profit loss sharing ratio, and it was deducted from the capital. So accordingly we have found out this, and accordingly we recorded the journal entry. Same concept, but about the interest on drawings. So interest on drawings, we know it is recorded on debit side of capital account, means it is deducted from capital. So that I have shown first over here. Individual interest on drawings of each partner deducted from their capital. At the same time, it is recorded in appropriation account credit side also as an income. Income means it is our profit, and that profit is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So that profit I have recorded over here. Total profit is 5400 distributed in their profit sharing ratio, and accordingly I got the amount, and that profit is added to capital, and accordingly we have to find out the difference. That is how it is calculated. Now we'll move on the next question. Question number 9. Regarding the guarantee of profit. Now that is, one or two partners are going to give guarantee of getting a profit to any other partner. Okay, in that case, if there is any deficit, less amount of profit received by that guaranteed partner, then the other partner who gave the guarantee, they will bear the loss of that profit which is received by the guaranteed partner, and they will give that much profit to them, to the other partner in their profit sharing ratio. So due to that, the partner who has given a guarantee, their profit will decrease, and the partner who is given a guarantee, his profit will increase and will get the minimum profit. So this is what the point about the guarantee of profit, that I will show you again. We'll try to solve that sum, but see, I'm reading the question first. Listen to me. Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod are the partners of a partnership firm. Their capital proportion is 4:2:3. This is a capital proportion, not a profit sharing ratio. First thing, okay. Dhaval and Vinod has given assurance to Mukesh. So see, there are two partners who gave assurance to one another partner, Mukesh, okay, that he will get minimum rupees 35,000. So Mukesh will get minimum rupees 35,000. This assurance is given by Dhaval and Vinod, okay, from the profit. The profit of the year is rupees 90,000. So profit is how much available? 90,000 total. How would you distribute the profit among the partner? Okay, so we have to distribute 90,000 profit among the partner according to their profit sharing ratio, and then we have to consider that condition that Mukesh will get minimum profit of rupees 35,000, and if there will be any deficit available, will be borne by the two partners who gave the assurance. Who are the two partners? Dhaval and Vinod in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, so see again, I am going to prepare same way the columns which we have seen in the last question. Particulars, then the partners name given Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod. Mukesh, Dhaval and Vinod. There is no need to keep total column. If you want to keep, you can keep, but it is not required. Now first of all, we'll distribute the profit. That is in a normal distribution available. So distribution of profit. Total profit they have given is 90,000 and it is distributed in their profit loss sharing ratio, which is not available again because the ratio available was actually the capital ratio. Profit sharing ratio is not given. So profit sharing ratio is considered as equal ratio. So accordingly 90,000 distribute equally among the partners. So it will be 30,000, 30,000 and 30,000. Now what is the condition given? See, it is given that Dhaval and Vinod, these two partners, has given assurance that Mukesh will get minimum 35,000 from the profit. So the assurance is given by these two partners to this partner Mukesh that he will get, over here this is the important thing, he will get minimum 35,000 in the profit. Now he has got at present only how much? 30,000. So there is a deficit of how much available? 5,000. This deficit of 5,000 will be borne by these two partners in their profit sharing ratio. So due to that their profit will decrease and profit of Mukesh will increase. So I am going to write over here, see now, deficit of Mukesh will be borne by Dhaval and Vinod in their profit loss sharing ratio. So their profit loss sharing ratio is equal only. So it will be borne by them in equal proportion. So that means what? Out of 5,000 equally that loss will be borne by these two partners. So that amount will be deducted from them. That is 2,500 and 2,500. So their profit will decrease and profit of Mukesh will increase. So the profit received by the partner Dhaval and the partner Vinod will be 2,700, 2,700 and by the Mukesh it is 35,000. This is your answer. This is your actual distribution of profit. This is how the guarantee of profit problems can be solved, and that is the same way we have prepared the columns and accordingly we have found out normal distribution we have done. Then we have found out how much deficit is there to get the minimum profit which is receivable by the guaranteed partner, and that deficit will be borne by the other two partners who gave the guarantee, and that is deducted from their profit receivable. So accordingly they will get this much profit and the partner Mukesh will get minimum profit. This is how it can be solved. Okay, we'll move on the next question, that is question number 10. The closing capital of Raghuveer is rupees 80,000. Which capital is available? Closing capital. Okay. Now we all know closing capital is arrived at after adding that 11 standard concept you have to keep in mind, which we have used and recorded in our balance sheet. That first we used to record opening capital, to that we used to add additional capital, interest on capital, net profit, and from that we used to deduct drawings, interest on drawings and net loss if it is there, and then the balance we used to write in outer column. That last value we recorded in outer column is called closing capital. So closing capital is always arrived at after adding that three values or deducting that drawings, interest on drawings and net loss if it is available. So that closing capital is available, in which rupees 12,500 drawings of current year and profit of rupees 17,800 are recorded. So to arrive at 80,000, they have recorded drawings and they have recorded the profit of 17,800. So it means what? From the opening capital they have deducted drawings and they have added the profit, so that they have arrived at 80,000 closing capital. What will be the interest at 6% per annum on the opening capital? Now we all know that interest on capital is always calculated on opening capital. That we have to find out in short over here. So it means what? First, to calculate interest on capital, we have to find out opening capital, and opening capital can be calculated with the help of closing capital, drawings and the profit available over here. So first of all, see, I will show you calculation of opening capital of Raghuveer. So for that purpose, we'll prepare that same format available in 11th standard we have studied, but only considering that two values, drawings and profit. So what we'll write over here, see now. First I am going to write opening capital. This is what we have to find out. Amount rupees. Okay, that we have to find out. I have wrote over here, marked over here question mark. That is means what? This we have to calculate. From this, drawings will be deducted. That drawings is available. The drawings amount is given 12,500. So I can write over here 12,500. It was deducted from capital, but we don't know what is the value we'll get over here. And after getting that, we have added the profit share. Profit share of this partner Raghuveer is available as 17,800. So that is added 17,800. And then after this, we got the answer is our closing capital. This closing capital is given rupees 80,000. This is what your information provided. Now according to this, we'll move in the reverse order and we'll calculate this amount. So whatever the procedure we did, that we have to reverse back. That means how we are going to calculate it. See now, 80,000 first of all we got after adding 17,800. So from 80,000 we'll deduct this amount so that we can get this amount, preceding value, and then we can get this value also, opening capital value. So what we have to do, first of all, from 80,000 we'll deduct this amount which was added first, right? So 80,000 minus 17,800. So we get the amount is 62,200. This is the previous value we got. Now 62,200 we got after deducting 12,500. So 12,500 will be added back to this 62,200, so that we'll get this preceding value. So I'm going to add it, 62,200 plus 12,500. So we get 74,700. This is what the first thing we require to calculate to find out the interest on capital. 74,700 is our opening capital. Now it is simple. Interest on capital is calculated on this value. So we can write over here, therefore interest on capital is equals to 74,700 into 6%. Rate of interest is given over here, 6% per annum. So 74,700 into 6%, that comes to rupees 4,482. This is your answer. This is how the amount can be calculated regarding the interest on capital. This part is important part. We have to find out opening capital to calculate interest on capital, and for that purpose closing capital is given after recording these two values, drawings and profit. So profit was added to this capital, I have deducted back so that I can get the preceding value, and drawings was deducted from capital, I have added so that I will get this amount, that is the opening capital. And after getting opening capital only you can able to calculate the correct amount of profit. Okay. Okay, now we'll move on the last question of this exercise, last practical question of this exercise. last short question also I can say. It is given, I am reading the question. See, A, B and C are the partners sharing profit loss in equal proportion. So profit loss sharing ratio is given. I am writing over here. See now, profit loss sharing ratio is equal proportion for A, B and C. That is 1:1. It is the first basic thing given. Okay. Their total capital is of rupees 4,50,000 and their proportion of capital is 1:3:2. So total capital is given. Total capital means capital of all the three partners together, which is available as rupees 4,50,000. And it is in which proportion available? Proportion of capital I am writing into bracket with the capital 1:3:2. This is their proportion of capital. That means each partner capital we can find out by distributing this amount in this proportion. That we have to calculate. I will show you that how we can find out. Okay. Firm pays interest on capital at 9% per annum. Now firm has paid interest on capital, interest on the capital of each partner at 9%. Okay. So to get interest on capital, we need to find out capital of each partner, so that each partner interest on capital we can find out. Then it is given. Partner C has received rupees 73,500 including interest on capital. See, this is important one. Partner C has received interest total amount 73,500 including interest on capital. Now partner C has received total amount 73,500. That is means what? Interest on capital as well as the share of profit. That total amount he received 73,500 it is given. So there are two amounts available. I am writing over here. See, amount received by partner C rupees 73,500. That includes two amounts, interest on capital according to this given information and share of profit. This is the thing. Okay, this is the thing which is received by him. Total amount 73,500 in the form of profit as well as in the form of interest on capital. Now what we have to find out? Determine the amount payable including interest on capital to A and B. Chalo, determine the amount payable, this much amount, same amount payable to A and B. But this is partner C's amount. What about the partner A and B's amount? So there two amounts we have to find out, interest on capital and share of profit. How we can find out that? So if you can separate out over here C's interest on capital, this amount, then remaining amount you can find out is profit, right? And according to the profit sharing ratio, it is given equal ratio. It means what? Whatever the profit received by partner C will be same received by A and B, and their interest on capital according to the capital we can find out. So what we'll do? First I am going to distribute this capital for A, B and C. Okay, so I am writing over here C. First calculation, capital of partners. The first partner A's capital. Total capital is 4,50,000 into what is his share in the proportion of capital. This one 1 upon total share is 6. So we'll find out the capital of A, 4,50,000 divided by 6, which will gives you 75,000 capital of A. Then B's capital now. Again 4,50,000 into 3 by 6. So into 3 by 6 means his capital will get rupees 2,25,000. And C's capital now, which is 4,50,000 into 2 by 6, which will be 1,50,000. Right? So this is what we got, capital of each partner. So their interest also we can find out, according to the rate of interest available. What is the rate of interest given? It is 9% per annum, and C's total amount including interest on capital available. So accordingly we can get his share of profit. So see, I will show you that in the form of now statement, that same calculation now, particulars, then partner A, B and partner C. First of all, there are two amounts included and we have to find out the total amount received by these two partners including these values. So I am going to write over here C now. First I am going to write interest on capital. Now that you can calculate at present at the rate of, what is the percentage given? 9%. So we'll find out that interest on capital of each partner. It is calculated on their capital value. So first partner capital 75,000. Its rate of interest 9%. You will get 6750. Second partner capital is 2,25,000. It's 9%. You will get 20,250. And last partner 1,50,000 capital into 9%, which you will get 13,500. Now second share we have to write is share of profit. That share of profit will be available in which proportion? Equal proportion, but profit amount is not available. So we cannot write at present anything about the share of profit. But at the end, after adding these two values, you will get the total amount received by them, and total amount received by partner C is available. How much the total amount received by him? 73,500. This includes interest on capital 13,500. So remaining amount we'll get is his share of profit. So we'll find out that 73,500, from this we'll deduct 13,500. So we will get amount of profit. His share of profit is how much? 60,000. C's share is 60,000 and all the partners are distributing profit loss in equal proportion. That means the share of A and B also will be how much? Same, 60,000 only, because they are getting equal share in profit. So according to this, now addition will be the amount received by partner A and B. For partner A it is 66,750, partner B 80,250. This is what your answer, that amount received by partner A 66,750 and received by partner B 80,250. That is how it can be calculated. So this is the end of this chapter, having the main problems regarding the partnership account. We have seen short sums also, and we have seen the main questions regarding preparation of appropriation account as well as preparation of partners capital or current account. That we have seen. Now the remaining part, that is illustrations, are remaining. That you all have to practice starting from 1 till illustration number 11. Illustration 1 to illustration number 11, that is short questions, this kind of questions which you have seen, that you have to practice. Remember, I told you in the beginning also that from this chapter in your board examination, short sums will be only there. Okay, that is this kind of short questions will be there for 3 marks question. So that is important for you. So that you have to practice illustration, and illustrations are same as we have solved from the exercise. Okay, so that you have to practice as well. The illustration about the preparation of appropriation account and capital or current account, that also you have to complete. That is what your practice part. And also I have already discussed with you theory section. So first section A and section B, multiple choice question and short question answer, that you have to complete. I hope that you will complete this much part as your end of this chapter and as your board exam point of view, and that is what useful for you. So keep in mind and complete this section A, section B from the exercise, as well as complete the illustration also. And this is the end of this lesson. So in the next session we'll start the new chapter, that is preparation of final accounts of partnership firm. Thank you.